Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are taking our first look at the brand new patch notes for the coming update. So let's take a look at it. Anniversary update, New Horizons. You got a picture of a French battleship here, quad turret in the front, quad turret at the back. Is the Republic. Alright, so maintenance times. Xbox July 25th, 2 a.m. to 5:45 a.m. Central Time, 7 to 10:40 a.m. or 10:45 a.m. UTC. Same for the PlayStation. Update sizes for Xbox will be 3,500 megabytes. For PlayStation, 2,500 megabytes. For mobile, 1,000 megabytes. For the Slim client, and 9,000 megabytes for the full game. Captains, this update is big, both in terms of the news, magnitude, and the amount of content arriving to Legends. We're talking really big. Let us ship you through it. For those of you who prefer briefings to long meetings, here's the TLDR. Tier 8 with 12 new ships of 4 nations in the tech tree alone. Legendary birthday with bonuses, prizes, returns of the collaborations and special events content, and special bureau project. L'Ambassadeur campaign headlined by the Magnifique Tier 8 Battleship Republique of the French Navy. The first Commonwealth ship has arrived, a special web event, and a lot more, of course. Anniversary update, New Horizons. Don't miss out on your party attire. Get 12 anniversary camos and 2 common containers with the code here at this address. Okay? Tier 8 arrives. Arguably, that's the biggest news for Legends like ever. Tech tree getting overhauled, matchmaking changes, economy changes, and a whole bunch of content arriving with even more reinforcements planned for the upcoming updates. Wink, wink. That sounds seismic, doesn't it? Anyway, the first batch of Tier 8 Pioneers is here, and we've already talked about it. For the USA, you have Battleship Maine, Cruiser Buffalo, Destroyer Allen M. Sumner. For Japan, you have Battleship Izumo, you have Cruiser Ibuki, and you have Destroyer Yugamo. For Germany, you have Battleship Friedrich der Grosse. And then for Cruiser, you have the Rune and Destroyer Z-46. For the Russians, you have Battleship Sovietsky Soyuz, Cruiser Dmitry Donskoy, and the Destroyer Delny. All these ships will be attainable in the tech tree as soon as the update hits, provided you have unlocked and maxed out the respective Tier 7 ships. Actually, some of you may have access to the Tier 8 heroes right away in case you have enough Elite XP on the branch toppers, 200,000 or more. This will happen automatically. The now Elite Tier 7 ships with an Elite XP of less than 200,000 will lose such status, and the XP will be spent on Tier 8 research. Keep that in mind if you want to convert to Global XP. 2 other Tier 8 newcomers completing the initial lineup are the French Battleship Republique, the Ultimate L'Ambassadeur campaign prize, and German Destroyer Elbing, available through this update's auction. More on those later. Elbing will return for Global XP in future updates, so you do not have to buy it in the auction. You can wait for it to come out as a Global XP ship later on. And conversely, if you are going to buy it in the auction, keep in mind that you could buy it for Global XP later on, so don't get upset when it shows up for Global XP. You know it going in. We're definitely planning on adding more Tier 8 ships in the following updates via all available means of distribution, starting from the tech tree and the store, including Global XP, Bureau, and maybe even Steel. One more important point to mention, as you're already used to, campaign ships will keep arriving mostly at the highest non-legendary tier, which is now Tier 8. For more details, please refer to the development blog post here. 3 legendary years. That's right, boys. It has been 3 years, folks. 3 years of Legends. And I've been here the entire time. 3 years is a lot. We want to thank you for sailing and staying with Legends. You, captains, are a fundamental reason why Legends is as cool as it gets. The celebrations start with the update dropping on Monday, July 25th. To find out everything about the third birthday celebrations in the smallest possible detail, wait for a special blog post coming next week. But for now, let's check out what's waiting for you. You have wind roses and first wind bonus increased. You get, for Tier 4, you get 2 Hunter camos. Tier 5, 2 Anniversary camos. Tier 6, 3 Rare Battle Boosters. Tier 7, 3 Epic Battle Boosters. Tier 8, 1 Insignia, that's huge. And Legendary Tier, 1 Summer Big Crate. Additionally, first win bonus is bumped to times 5 XP, or times 5 total, from August 26th through August 29th. And the Night Symphony Bundle is the Vampire, which is the first, what's the word I was looking for? Commonwealth. There you go. So it's a Tier 2 Premium Destroyer Vampire. She brings rapid reloading guns, good angling, and starting Commonwealth Commander Leonard Murray comes aboard too. You can get those for free alongside in-game goods, picking up the corresponding bundle in your platform store from August 1st through August 29th. PSA, don't bite your foes. Really? It's a vampire. Thought the whole thing was to bite them. Anniversary Bureau. Throwback to storylines of the legendary past year, from multiple tech tree branches released to seasonal and racing events and more milestones. An array of crates packing various items is the reward you will receive within this project. This is something they do every single year. So basically, all of the crates that were available in the previous year, you're going to get a couple of each if you complete this Bureau project. Return of the collaborations and special events content. You have Arpeggio of Blue Steel, Ars Nova, and Golden Week. And then you have Black Friday, Halloween, New Year and Lunar New Year, Stellar Clash, including a chance to get the all-new Des Moines Galaxy skin, and Warhammer 40,000. Or 40K for those of us who actually... Never mind. We are going to cover the details and timelines in a separate blog post in the coming days. The comeback has already started with the Warhammer 40K range available and the Halloween collection joining once the update hits. Keep an eye on the store to pick something your stash is missing. New birthday port. There's a place to celebrate. If you like Easter eggs, you'll make an omelet or two in the new port. And by Easter eggs, I don't think they're actually talking about Easter. I'm thinking they're hidden things among here. Probably ships in the posters, if I had to guess. So those of you who are keen-eyed among us, please start breaking them down and sending me all the things. All right? So we have the Premium Battleship Republique, obviously, Tier 8, French. 1 quad turret front, 1 quad turret the rear. So keep that in mind. You know the drill, 100 milestones, 5-week catch-up enabled, all the usual things. This time with an active Admiralty backing. She has a powerful and accurate 17-inch 431mm guns in a 2x4 configuration, a swift main battery reload, the engine boost consumable, and a very solid AA suite. That's an absolute beast if you ask us. The premium bonus for Tier 8 credit earnings will be set at 15%, the same as it was for Tier 7 before the economic changes. Let's proceed to the prizes. Rewards that you can get without Admiralty backing, so without spending any money whatsoever, you get this. Now, if you decide to spend the 2,500 gold to get the Admiralty backing, which I've always said is the best way to spend 2,500 doubloons. Like, it is literally, you get so much for it. So, without Admiralty backing, it is worth 15,575 doubloons-ish. Now, additional rewards, so you get all of this, plus all of this, including the battleship, for 2,500 gold. And it is a total of 72,280 doubloons worth of stuff. So keep that in mind. Like I said, 2,500 gold is the best way. This is the best way to spend it because you get so much for your 2,500 gold. Okay? Keep that in mind. Treasure Hunt is back. The Summer Web event returns. You might remember treasure hunt from the previous year, and it comes back in an even better shape. This time, you can acquire up to 2 Super 5 crates, including the usual crate-exclusive Shinonomi, but also the latest Tier 5 premium ships added to the range of available drops. This means Arizona, Yuga, Zuio, Anshin, and Wang Yi. Find the full list of contents at this, obviously, the wowslegends.com/containers. We'll cover this in detail in a standalone blog post a couple of days before it starts on August 8th. Colbert Bureau Project finally comes back. Colbert. So it'll be interesting to see how she's changed. Colbert is a fancy new French cruiser, essentially an Atlanta-like Firestarter, but at legendary tier. This mean machine is a perfect choice for all you HE spamming connoisseurs out there. She was initially introduced during the 21 to 2022 New Year's Update Rent a Legendary event, and now this cruiser finally graces our waters. If you get her with no changes applied. Really? Oh, that's interesting. I thought she was going to get nerfed for sure, because she was pretty broken. Now, obviously, she does have a very big, okay, if you guys don't remember, she's actually got good armor, but she has these big old flat raised superstructures right here, which means that penetrations can go down through that and into the Citadel, which is why even while you're battle tanking, you're not safe, even though your armor up here is not getting overmatched. But if somebody aims high, they get through there, they Citadel you, and beat the ever-living crap out of you. And even if they don't Citadel you, you're going to be taking full penetrations into that raised superstructure. It's not fun. So keep that in mind. However, fire rate, HE spam, nasty. Don't sleep on Colbert. Get rid of her as quickly as possible. This is the first Bureau project to become available for steel. 3,000 pieces to be precise. Once you obtain the project, it's yours forever, but you can only do so until the end of the current update. Through August 29th, we understand that only those of you with enough steel already can get it, and while it may seem harsh, we want to limit the ship's population and see how she does before taking any further steps. Alright, so I know why they're doing this, but honestly, I think it's bullcrap. I'm just going to be vocal about this. This is stupid. I think this is absolute bullcrap. This is just them getting us to freaking spend our steel on a Bureau project that should be free to begin with. Like, come on. This is dumb. I don't like the way this is going. They shouldn't be putting freaking Bureau projects behind a paywall. Well, it's not really a paywall. It's a secondary currency. Like, I don't like it. Especially one as valuable as steel. Steel takes forever to gather up, man. It's ridiculous. And they also are putting in here that they're probably going to release it at some point in the future anyway. So, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. If this ship gets released later on as a as a regular Bureau project, the people that paid 3,000 pieces of steel for this Bureau project they should be upset, and they should get their freaking steel back as a refund. But that's just my opinion. Auction. The second installment of the auction features a very special commander, guys. Alice Thompson, also known as the Auctioneer Lady. With Miss Thompson headlining, lots will provide a very selection of items, not islands, including all new German Tier 8 Premium Destroyer Elbing. Please note that this ship will become available for Global XP in the future. Read on through the new ships of the update section to find out the details about her. The auction and its rules will be covered in detail in a standalone blog post a couple of days before its grand opening on August 18th. New ships of the update and more. German Tier 7 premium aircraft carrier, the Graf Zeppelin. The meme boat itself. The only German carrier that was actually built. Right? Pretty sure. But anyway, Graf Zeppelin. This ship is noted on PC for having ridiculous secondaries and being a meme ship, usually running in a division with a couple of smoke destroyers, usually American smoke destroyers, so you get that long duration smoke. This thing can hide in the smoke, and because your secondaries firing doesn't actually give away your position, because they do not have the same smoke firing penalty, the Graf Zeppelin has been known to absolutely wreck destroyers. So, interesting to see whether or not this thing is going to live up to the hype on console. We'll see. Welcome the first German premium aircraft carrier, the notorious Graf Zeppelin. Named after the prominent airship inventor, boasts extremely fast planes and is equipped with precise AP bombs and noticeable secondary armament. The one and only German wartime aircraft carrier to get launched. See, I know things and stuff. Graf Zeppelin is a famous ship despite never being completed. Oh. She was launched, but she was never completed. Okay. By September 1939, she was about 85% ready, but priorities in shipbuilding and naval warfare changed, and as a result, the carrier's construction was halted. It was resumed in 1942, only to be entirely stopped in 1943. The ship, projected to be house for 42 fighters and dive bombers, was scuttled by the crew in the Baltic in April of 1945. A year later, she was recovered by the Soviet Union and sunk the following year during weapons tests. You can get her in the store starting July 25th. German Tier 8 premium destroyer Elbing. All right. Let's see, we got a double turret here and a double turret in the back and a couple of, looks like quad or quintuple launchers here in the middle. So not a lot of firepower, but hopefully they're fast firing guns. A project for a so-called reconnaissance cruiser and the combination of efforts to create a destroyer that would be capable of operating on the high seas. She would have become a large ship with 5.9-inch 150mm main guns placed in twin turrets and powerful torpedo armament. Besides accurate guns with very good ballistics and solid AP penetration, Elbing boasts a huge hit point pool. Her torpedoes hit like a truck that from a very long distance. Her torpedoes hit like a truck and from a very long distance. I don't know why they said that. The drawback? Those fish are slow. As a reminder from 2 paragraphs above, this ship will eventually become available for Global XP. So you do not have to buy it in auction, even though there will be plenty of people that try. I will not be one of them trying to get this in the auction, most likely, just due to the fact that I will probably never play it until it becomes available for Global XP. Maybe. Italian battleship commander Angelo Lacino. I'm assuming that's an L. I don't know why it's lowercase, but it's driving me crazy. But Angelo is our new dispersion battleship commander. So I'm glad that they finally got a dispersion commander that's going to be free to play for the Italians so that folks don't have to get behind a paywall. That was bullcrap. I didn't support it when they did it. I was very vocal about it, and I'm glad to see that they have started to try to remedy the situation by giving us flammable cannoneer, gyrating drill bits, marksmanship, reaching out XXL. There's a new perk over here that looks interesting. He's got a hard hat on, so I'm going to assume it has something to do with survivability, so maybe something big there. But we'll see. His base trait seems to be main battery shell grouping when shooting at battleships, when shooting at cruisers, and when shooting at destroyers. So you get different dispersion value or grouping values based on what type of ship you're shooting at. It's an interesting thing. We'll see how that works out. A welcomed addition to the ranks of the Regia Marina Admirals. Signor Lacino is a battleship commander focused on gunnery accuracy and improving survival skills. He brings to the table not 1, not 2, but 3 unique abilities. The base trait is Go Away, which we already talked about. The 4th row skill is Iron Resolve, which increases repair party and damage control party consumables duration by up to 15% if those are activated simultaneously. So you have to hit the damage control and repair party at the same time to get that. And then, of course, the legendary skill is the Testudo. If you guys don't know what that is, it's a shield wall. Reduce incoming damage from shells, bombs, and torpedoes while repair party consumable is active by up to 20%. Add 1 to the count of repair party consumables. That's huge, man. So you get an extra freaking repair party, and you reduce the amount of damage from shells while repair party is active. Interesting. Angelo Lacino is available in the store for 900,000 Commander XP and also drops from Commander crates, including Italian ones. Balance changes. Main gun reload booster now works even if any of the main guns are incapacitated or destroyed. This will alleviate some of the frustrations that come with the consumable, but will also allow completely wasting a charge in some situations, so keep that in mind. If you hit your main battery reload and your turrets are blown up, guess what? You're not going to be able to, you just wasted your charge. Where it used to not proc at all, you wouldn't be allowed to use it. So now they're going to let you use it, which is a good thing, because guess what? If there's one thing I do know, it's if you've got a turret knocked out, you need that reload booster to actually work when you need it to. You know what I'm saying? It actually helps you. So I'm glad to see that's being changed. We actually just went through this not that long ago. It was in a stream last week, I think. Weimar moves to Tier 7 finally. German premium cruiser Weimar has been moved from Tier 6 to Tier 7 with the following adjustments. She gets a repair party consumable, which we knew, so she gets a heal. And economy changed according to the new Tier 7 standard. Credit bonus is now 55%. Cost of entering battle is 95,200 credits. Please note that Weimar did not receive a 4th modernization slot, while we deem her performance more than adequate without additional modernizations. Okay? Captains who have previously acquired the ship in the store and don't enjoy her new position in the hierarchy are eligible to exchange it for 12,500 doubloons by filling out a support ticket here, which is wowslegends.com/support/in/products/Navy. Okay? Until August 14th, so it's a time limited thing. Okay? If you wanna get your doubloons back, obviously they're gonna take the ship from you, duh. But if you want to get your ship or get your gold back that you spent on the ship because you don't like it at the higher tier, then you have an option. Okay? This offer is only valid for ships that have not been restored after May 1st through a support ticket. Keep that in mind as well. Carrier balance changes. Due to the seismic release of Tier 8, Tier 7 aircraft carriers and Japanese Tier 5 premium Zuiho have been changed too. You will also notice Shokaku getting improved squadrons as she was lagging behind her peers. Go figure. First and foremost, the planes now have more hit points. Yay! This change affects the following ships, with more buffs included. Tier 7 Lexington, upgraded dive bombers stock and upgraded torpedo bombers. Tier 7 Kaga, stock dive bombers and torpedo bombers. Tier 7 Shokaku, stock and upgraded dive bombers and torpedo bombers. Shokaku's squadrons were increased from 8 to 9 aircraft, with the attack size going to 3 instead of 2 for both stock and upgraded torpedo bombers. Hangar size for stock version increased from 12 to 15 aircraft. Maximum bomb damage was increased from 10,100 to 10,600 for both stock and upgraded dive bombers. Tier 5 Zuiho, dive and torp bombers. Zuiho's maximum bomb damage was also increased from 9,100 to 9,400. Tier 7 Implacable, stock and upgraded dive bombers and torpedo bombers. Hangar size for both stock and upgraded versions increased from 12 to 15 aircraft. Tier 7 August Von Parzival gets a little bit of a nerf here. Stock and upgraded dive bombers, upgraded torpedo bombers. Parzival's maximum torpedo bomb damage was also decreased from 5,833 to 5,600. Not a big change, but a little bit of a change for the torpedoes anyway. Tier 7 Pobeda, stock and upgraded skip torpedo bombers. Pobeda's torpedo speed was also increased from 35 to 40 knots, so it'll be easier for people to get hit with those torpedoes. Not that much easier, but still going to be easier. Bug fixes, moving from a close-up view. Okay. Observer camera, whatever, simultaneous. Yep. I don't ever read these, really. It looks like they optimized the port a little bit, so there's that. I'm looking for anything else that might be needed. Due to the Tier 8 arrival, weekly boost missions will be additionally reset on Monday, July 25th. Keep that in mind. And the tactical and minimap detectability circle is now displayed around the squadron on the minimap. So for you carriers out there, it is no longer possible to send quick commands while controlling a squadron if the housing aircraft carrier is destroyed. And for mobile, the initial download of the game now installs the so-called Slim client, a 1 gigabyte download that allows playing up to Tier 2 ships. Once that milestone is reached, you'll be prompted to download the remaining contents of the client. Added a notification for instances whenever game data requires downloading and you're not on a Wi-Fi network. Celebrate our anniversary with us and Tier 8 ships and turn the tide. Alright guys, that was a big one. I'm sorry it took so long to read through, but there was a lot in this and I wanted to make sure we go through everything that we can. So what do you guys think about the upcoming update? Are you excited? Are you guys ready for Tier 8? I know I am. So let me know down in the comments below, and if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.